to another Crafting with Kimberly. Today we are going to be making a popsicle stick log cabin. So make sure before you do this, you've watched Lauren's Learning with Lauren video on log cabins and the historic structures here at the Vance birthplace. So you can actually see a few of them behind me again. You can see the Vance house over my left shoulder. And you can see the reconstructed spring house over my right shoulder over there. So this craft is really easy. It only has two supplies, popsicle sticks and glue. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and get it started and show you how I start it. And then I'm going to build it up really fast and then talk about it a little bit after that. So let me, this is a giant box of popsicle sticks. I'm gonna lay out some popsicle sticks here. And what I'm doing, these, making sure they're kind of flat. Some of my popsicle sticks are a little wavy. And I'm going to get my first kind of ground level, my foundation for my log cabin started. So I need 4 popsicle sticks to start. And what I'm gonna do is I'm laying like kind of 2 straight out for me. And I've got 2 more, and I'm gonna be gluing them down to get them started. So I'm gonna take and put kind of one little dot here, one little dot on each end. Done. You can see I'm going to kind of line it up as best I can with the end on the top. It's a little wavy. This one's more flat. Oh. All right. So you can see I've kind of created my base there. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep going back and forth. So I'm going to be placing drops of glue on each corner, and then I'm going to be putting popsicle sticks back and forth, and building up my log cabin. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to zoom in a little bit on my hands so that y'all are going to be able to see it, and then we'll pause and talk a little bit about the roof. All right. Okay, so I am done with the walls of my cabin, and now I'm going to work on the roof. So what I'm going to do with my popsicle sticks is, instead of doing one on each outer edge, I'm going to go again, but you can see I'm going to place them down, put glue along the edge, and place them down in a row. So I'm going to do this first row and get it started and explain kind of what I'm going to do after that. I'm going to do one long row, and then basically I'm going to put a few less each time I do it, which I'll show you what I mean in just a minute. So I'm going to run, my hand's like shaking because this glue isn't coming out great. Okay, so you can see I am just putting an entire row down. Kind of the base of my roof here. It's kind of a short little log cabin. It's a cute log cabin. So I've got the base of my roof, and I'm going to do 2 layers of that. So I'm going to do that again one more time, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take one off each end as I go. So every time I do, I'm going to do 2 that look like this, and then I'm going to take one off each end, and I'm going to do 2 more layers, and then one off each end, and then 2 more layers, and so on until I get all the way up to just 1 as I take stuff off the ends. So I'm going to show you how that works and speed it up a little bit so that you can watch me work through that. right, so I am done. I'm actually kind of feeling this little log cabin. I ended up kind of changing things a little bit as I was working on it because I just wanted it to look a little bit different than what I initially told you. So what I did is I was making the layers, and then I just decided I wanted to add more in certain parts to create a little depth. Oh, knocked one loose. And even at the top, just put like 2 little extras to kind of create a point. But yeah, I mean, I basically just ran the glue along the edges and stacked them up, and just kept going, and kind of, the glue doesn't dry too fast, so you can kind of move them around a little bit. In fact, it is not particularly stable right now, so I am going to let it hang out for like 24 hours and dry, and then I'm going to actually use this as a cute little nightlight. So thank you so much for joining me to make a popsicle log cabin.